And now, without further ado, you.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Um, I will start with one of my poems, the title poem from Humble Doves, my book of poems to pigeons and plants, which was released yesterday on Amazon.com and hopefully soon in bookstores. Uh, I'll put a link. All right, Humble Doves. I saw children chasing pigeons at a playground in Montmartre. As I walked by, I smiled and disapproved. They didn't notice me or my hair in disrepair, but I stared at their scary, fearless, unrelenting effort to scare these multicolored humble doves who come from everywhere. Mm. All right. And going into myths and pith and all that, this poem is called Still. The dead can do it. From them I learn to be still and silent. Still my thoughts are loud. Still I murmur in images. Still there are minuscule movements I cannot control. Gentle tremble of hands, eyes, lips, and the mind's blizzard of pointed letters. In a not quite forgotten full lotus pose ritual, I begin to fill my body with an expanding soul steeped in the spirit of the whole universe's blue lotus, one turning. Night unfolds the contours of her charcoal velvet blanket, and I sense my red magnetic spirit drawn toward you more than beforehand. Another movement I cannot control. My emptied hands reach for the circle of light you wear around your dancer's figure across the border river. Echoes of your evening teachings, lightning on my inner night's horizon. Electric charges surge through your form, flicker in your liberated laughter and gentle maple sugar tones to flash truths before my heart's eye. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word is with you still. This is called Song for a Seeker of Eden. The story of its writing is in the last poem. Over the face of naked waters, a nameless breath was blowing. In wide wind, white seeds of weakness and weightless days of realization whirled in one confused flurry. A subtle hand separated light from dark, dark from salted sky, and turned to lift solid air above from undulating dark seas beneath. On the second day, a sphere of raw fire was carried up into the blank dark to make day, and a round stone mirror rose in the opposing sky in a shower of sparks to make night. Our globe's green skin split into countless shoots of wet grass, and the bark of trees burst into soft green flames. A blizzard of birds brought fresh brilliance to the foliage, and 7 oceans flooded with the flashing blue life of countless fish. At the next dawn, dark infant soil learned new red languages, the pulse of horses and bulls. Massive shadows of elephants and rams spilled through the wilderness, wildness of rain wind. On the following day, a plot of dull clay was shaped into articulate human fingers. Between blood and blood, skin and skin, man and woman, the two appear. held in delicate hands of sentient trees, one unique in rich scarlet fruit, pregnant with secrets and seeds that carried rumors of death. Amidst wrinkled branches, a serpent made of the yellow muscle of want wound its insidious whispers. You will know yourselves and fathom the sky if you bite this blood-colored fruit. Each stretched a fleshy hand toward one apple that was their own crimson consciousness. Man and woman shared that dark starred fruit until their lips bled with vision, taste of sunset inside the sky. Naked, they ate the red within the red as the first leaf wrinkled and blindly fell. All right. Serious Sirois. I'll read another pigeon poem later, I promise. So these are 33 lines heard in dreams and a waking question. They all were heard in my dreams, usually by a disembodied voice as I looked around. 33 lines heard in dreams. He threw a window at the sun. Your life is just one dream I am having. I've dreamt many lives before you. You have to give up one of your senses. Which one do you choose to lose? Come to poetry. Come to me. Go to music. Go to me. This is the year of the key. When all inner obstacles fall away, you naturally enjoy the highest state. Being so good, being so good, being so good. I would pick up two things off this desk, eternity and your present time with her. There is a way out of this dream, and for you, it is through love. The body of light. This is the body of light. Do you mind living in a haunted house? Just be aware. She's everywhere. It is the third road we must take in the end, the path within. How do you wish to wear the work you bear? Strum the lines on the calendar. May wisdom walk at your side and speak for you when you stray. How many stories are hidden at the bottom of every pocket on this street? To love, to be free, to see. Turn the key of pure awareness in a keyhole the size of your own body. Hold your mind, hold your light. His coming too has come into sight. Why are you still barking into a well? Careful, everything here is on a timer. We are turning into a tree. How far did you want to open the door? We have a lot of ghosts in store. See what you can do with silence. Do what you like, but don't do anything fake. One day, she just stopped coming down from her room. I realized now I have to be the one to make music in this house. People dream, says the dust. Does it have to be hard to design words? If you are not in the sequence of the heart, what next? You want to learn about life? Life is school. We pursue and pursue the truth until we need rest. We finally see we are pursuing ourself and then the rest. Are you awake enough to see from the eye of the heart? Those are indeed lines heard in dreams, believe it or not.
I believe
This
you.
thank you. Rorschach didn't call bullshit, so I felt I was all right with this audience. All right, the
Dream
secret.
on, dream on.
Thanks. That's beautiful. The secret pigeon's ball. Of all the unbidden pigeons in this half-hidden park, Dave's fave is different. She refuses to wear their scarf of of blue and green tradition. I have to remember the pigeon costume. She models the color coffee ice cream. Free to be alone and unbothered, she croons tones of cool. Does she know she's odd? Dressed up for some private event, a secret pigeon's ball, where several colors of feeling mingle and merge into brown Play-Doh in my 8-year-old hands when I finally nabbed the new year tall gold 1979 sign. And I got into time's toy train to race faster, ever faster, into Paris proper, where in an overlooked park, a smart, illiterate pigeon, quite quiet, unaware of my stare, washes her long wing feathers in a fountain of sunshine. The essence of fashion is feeling good looking. I amuse myself. Okay,
That's a great quote.
thanks. Yes, I have a muse, and I amuse myself. So this is a long poem. I don't usually get to read anywhere because it's not 5 minutes long. More like 11. It's 250 lines. I had to cut it to make it short enough for a poetry prize. So I hope I win it. This is The Most Precious Stone. Mahadev, Leonard Safier, I sense your spirit there. The sparks of your electric presence crackle in this room's stale radiator air and leave it charged and clear. Do you have some words to share? Is that why you are here? David, the earth is far from ready to hold your body cold in somber soil and stone. Your chosen reason to exist, to live for light and right of it. Remember the teaching tale I told you 10 years ago, when you returned to the ashram you'd seen in dreams since you were 5 and served selflessly at 25, doing work I had no muscle for, activities of daily living, morning and evening routines that most perform unaware of the richness there, the gift of able movement. In the story, a sincere seeker and precious stone miner with no means to survive tough times is told by his guru with a gentle smile, keep going, keep going. The nearly spent seeker finds a mine of sapphire, cave of grace that enables him to save his wife's and children's lives. Keep going, David. Now that you've found the sapphire mine of your current kind of song, along the lines of what you were taught as a freshman student of beauty, who wished to frame divinity with poetry, find words for the ineffable. When asked, what is the sublime? Your first poetry workshop teacher said, the sublime is what blows your mind. Later, a poet and professor taught you what to cut away and what to cultivate. One winter's end at 3 a.m., you sat with a close friend and talked of poetry and spirituality. You watched a dove of white fire fly across the room toward you, a light on the crown of your head burn its way down your spine, throw your body to the bed, and as if goddess Saraswati danced on the tip of your tongue, you made a creation poem that played upon your lips without volition. Over the face of naked waters, a nameless breath was blowing. Your friend penned down what you said, and in poetry workshop, you were advised your vision needs revision. Your automatic writing needs some rewriting. You could read this as a piece of trance channeling or revise it and go the way of literature. And I hope you do. Then 25 years of ceaseless editing. Polish the stone till it shines brightest. Enjoy the sapphire here. Exhaust the brilliant possibilities of this cave of cobalt blue air, treasure trove from which you attempt to share. At 25, your eyes grew wide, seeing a book upon my shelves, the collected poems of Rainer Maria Rilke. You exclaimed, great praise of his work, but I offended you from then till now with what I said. Yes, it is great, but one can feel the element of trying, as opposed to enlivened words of enlightened poet saints like your beloved Mirabai and Rumi. Are you? Am I? Years later, graver times came for the miner once again, his family poised on the precarious cusp of hunger. The guru said with a peaceful smile, keep going, keep going. Months passed his last sapphire. The seeker searched for farther caves, generous with gems that could keep a few souls warm through breath's push and pull. That day he was surprised by joy when a mountain's rocky contours opened a new eye. He stepped inside the opening to find a cave of clustered rubies, which brought abundant days and tranquil nights for years. Discipline will save your life, David. Blaze the trail of realization, and your poetry will shimmer with Shakti, divine energy. As I said to you in 2010, you can always visit the temple. Though the ashram's doors were closed, you glimpsed the gate to the inner temple in which the guru sits in golden meditation. You witnessed the light behind your indigo eyes, consciousness, our true life. Find that ruby mine inside you with its deep thirst for words. You know you can choreograph across the page, but now include your sense of human suffering, sickness, old age, and death. Red words of need. From dust to dust, nothing is lost, but we must give the space between some warm human meaning. Poetry of this moment for which you are here for the whole unknown duration and the mystery of existence afterward, one taste of which would exhaust and arrest your breath. Let natural power move you farther. Give that ruby cave your clearest, strongest voice, student of beauty and the roots of human pain. Knowing nothing binds us but inward words, false concepts. Offer the verse of turning within to find freedom in this world of form. Do you want your words to live long after you die? Who else could sing your song while you sleep so long after dawn or when you're gone? Inspired lines can rise off the page, the spirit's upward gravity, skyward pull. Charged words can change our state of consciousness. A true poet is a bridge between worlds. Build that bridge with precious gems, words of infinite resonance. You remember what I shared? After the ruby mine's richness had exhausted all its usefulness, the student's hair a cloud of gray, the grateful miner went again to sit in his guru's intoxicating presence. Again, the wisdom always true for us who must flow with streams of change. Through a, through a sweet and peaceful smile, the sage firmly whispered, keep going, keep going. With a refreshed spirit, the miner left and read the road ahead of him as an exquisite line of scripture. Who knew what might be written on the ragged mountain's edge? In whichever way they can, all of nature's children dance and climb along the rugged rim of earth, holding on to nothing but the power that held them first. You're a dancer by birth, I told you at 25, after asking, what's it like to run? Intuition's dowsing rod led the diligent disciple to a cave dotted with diamonds. When you are strong enough to keep your heart quartz clear, then you can find poetry's diamond mine. If you meet all three prerequisites, words can dance at your command, your heart can sing about suffering, and when you are strong and clear enough to surrender, give the ghost a voice. Learn the language of light. I gave up suffering long ago. Inside each one of us, David, there is a place of sublime knowledge, and anyone who enters it becomes a true poet without having to have an MFA. Diamond mines of divine words can be humbly carried across into the darkened world. The natural jewels of the heart's heart call to all of us. Listen closely to silence, student of light. A quiet mind can hear the highest song. Once I recited a poetic gem from the back of the wheelchair van, which you found profoundly exquisite, though so elusive your mind could not take a snapshot of it. And I too surrendered it to time. You tasted true astonishment and asked, have you written that? Is that yours? Forever remember what I said. Not writing, but reading words inscribed on the heart of God. All your trying cannot take you far. Wake up to who you truly are. Thanks very much. Thanks for listening.